There are 8 mistakes that police officers can make in a DWI investigation that could really impact your case. Number 1, the reason for the stop or the reason for the encounter. So let's say you're driving, the police officer says you're speeding, but the video that we see later, you're not speeding. Maybe they mixed your car up with another car, or maybe whatever traffic violation they're claiming they saw, they didn't really see. You've got to really watch what the officer said in the police report versus what is on the video, and a lot of attorneys miss that. Number 2, the interaction with you at the scene. Sometimes officers are very aggressive at the scene and really kind of attack you, and juries don't like that. They don't like that. And they accuse you of things you didn't do, or they might start searching your car when they don't have a legal reason to search your car. And so we've got to be watching for that very closely. Number 3, they may lie to you. They may tell you things that they saw that they didn't see and try to get you to confess to things you didn't do, or ask you inappropriate questions that are not legal, that they shouldn't be asking you in the first place. Number 4, the field sobriety tests. More often than not, I would say probably 90% of the time, the officers administer at least one portion of the field sobriety tests wrong, or they grade them wrong. They count things as what they call clues that are not clues, because perhaps they haven't been through a refresher course lately, they don't really remember from their training, and we count every single clue when we're watching the videos and see if it compares correctly with what the officer is saying. Sometimes they're claiming you failed these tests and you really did not fail at all. That's one of the biggies. Number 5 is if they ask you to take a breath or blood test, did they read you the legal documents they needed to ask you that legally and to get your consent or lack of consent? That's very important. You've got to listen to what they read to you or read to the person on the video. Number 6 is, did they do the test correctly? And by that, I mean, for a breath test, there's a waiting period, and it's 15 minutes before you can blow into the instrument. If they have you blow at 14 minutes, guess what? That test isn't coming in. It's getting tossed. It has to be 15 minutes. Not only that, did you burp during that 15-minute period or cough heavily or put something in your mouth? Then guess what? That test should not come in. It should get tossed. It should be suppressed. But if you are an attorney that doesn't know to look for that, you may easily miss it. Number 7, if they get a warrant, did they do that correctly? They have to swear an oath on an affidavit, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they sign a piece of paper and another officer signs the piece of paper, but there was never an oath given, and that's something that we would attack. We look at every single search warrant for blood to determine whether there was actually an oath. If there's not, there's case law that's going to allow us to go after that blood warrant. And if they did do it and it was electronic signature and they sent it over to the judge, did the judge ever have any interaction with the police officer before they signed that warrant? That's another thing we have to watch out for. Was there any conversation between that judge and that police officer? Was all of this done electronically? Number 8, if they drew your blood, did the person who was drawing the blood use proper medical procedures? I don't want to say nurse because it may not have been a nurse. It could have been an EMT, could have been a CMT, could be a phlebotomist. Who knows who it was? It's often not an RN. But if they did the blood draw, did they do it correctly? We look at tourniquet time. How long was the tourniquet on your arm before that blood was drawn? Did they draw out of your cubital vein, or did they draw to your hand? Did they use a prep solution that had alcohol in it, or did they use something that did not have alcohol in it as its base? Did they invert the tubes that your blood was drawn into the required number of times to mix the anticoagulant and preservative with your blood thoroughly? Think about if you're making Tang or you're mixing Kool-Aid and you want to get that powder to dissolve. It's kind of like that with your blood. There has to be thorough mixture. Did they do that? And then when the police officer took that blood, what did he do with it? Did he take it to a refrigerator, drive around in his car with it? So the proper procedures on the blood draw are very important.